Well. Welcome to the Architects of Fate streaming extravaganza. That's right, you've found the self-proclaimed original Twitch TTRPG stream that lets you shake up our world. Now pay attention, because this is how it works. If you'd like to add some loops to this roller coaster ride of a show, you're gonna need fate chips. Now these magical loyalty points can be earned just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just engaging with us in the chat. It's like free money, people. With your fate chips, you can use your powers as an architect to heal your favorite players, summon items that will make their adventure a lot easier, or a lot harder. You can even make players say or sing outrageously silly things. Think of those possibilities. But wait. There is more. You can also toss our unsuspecting heroes into random encounters that will leave them sweating, strategizing, and questioning their life choices. All it takes is a quick redeem command in the chat. You choose the item or action and the player you want to mess with, and we'll take it from there. So sit back, relax, and prepare yourselves for a mind-blowing spectacle of storytelling and mayhem. We've got adventure, we've got drama, and more surprises than a clown car at a kid's birthday party. So let's go!
Hey there, all you Architects of Fate. How you doing? A lot of us aren't doing particularly great, but we figure escapism is a necessity at the moment. So we're happy that you're here with us. We are back with the next episode of Call of the Netherdeep, episode 32, Whodunnit? Because last we left the Banditos off, they were airborne, murdering some professor. That's probably a little broad spectrum. So they had been tasked by their old buddy Prolix with finding the potential fraudster who had framed Prolix for the ambush of the Banditos at the Life Dome. Eventually, the Banditos came to find within the Crystal Chateau, and through some totally legit, not at all coerced, no magic spells were used or nothing, they found his proxies and his associates, and those associates directed the Banditos to Professor Lemille Wist. After less talking than one would suspect when questioning a potential suspect, the Banditos banditoed, got into a fight. Dude said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out." Flew out the damn window. But Aldane wasn't having it. He turned into a fucking giraffodactyl, chased him out the window, bit him so many times, even though he was invisible. The guy died. And that's where we're picking up, is right after the final hit. Meanwhile, I think last we left off, Aldane had cast Featherfall on both Artemis and Boltar,
and myself,
because and himself, because turns out they may feel strong and empowered, but gravity's still going to gravity. And they gravitated about 100 feet down before they felt themselves go from terminal velocity to a feather fall on the wind and land safely on the ground next to what used to be Professor Lemille Wist.
and the priest from the All Sight.
And the priest from the Allegiance of Allsight, thank you for reminding me of that, because he was on his way inside to the Crystal Chateau, where Goliath still is hanging out with the former professor's associates.
It's not
And I had just said to Artemis and Boltar, hey, you guys go take off. I'll meet you back at the inn, at the one by that we stay at, that we don't stay at. We've only got one inn left that we haven't pissed off, and it's the one by the river district near my tree. But I had just said to them, hey, you guys take off. I'm going to take the priest in and go get their minds cleared.
Hold on. Who are you? And
oh, I'm one of us.
that-
I'm one of us. Here, look, I have a coin. I have a coin.
oh, yeah. Okay. Well, perhaps you can answer a very large question. And he looks at the puddle of blood, bone fragments, and viscera, and he just kind of
Don't worry about that guy. He's the people you're here to help are inside. They had their minds wiped by that guy, but they're inside, and they're the ones that need. Don't worry about him. He's fine. We'll have a necromancer talk to him later or something.
Oh my! I can't say I approve.
I know necromancers are weird, and they like green things, and they tend to drink too much wine, and they're always whining and so emo. I don't really approve of necromancers either, but sometimes you just got to get an answer from a blood spatter on the ground.
You do, and you do know there are certain limitations to speak with dead, particularly still having the mouth. But that's neither here nor there. You say you know why I was called.
Yeah. No, I'm the one that sent the guards to call you. We got a couple of friends on the inside that are totally innocent bystanders, except they're unwitting accomplices of that guy, but that guy cursed them and wiped their memories, which we found out through a series of books, but not the pornography book about the horny rhino thing, or the rhino's horny thing. No, the librarian's rhino? The ivory tusk? Something like that. Anyways, it wasn't from that book. It was from the other books that the smart people that can read found. And then there was some weird... Let's just go. I'll take you to the guys. They need your help. They have been mind wiped.
Okay, and he'll start to walk, take a few steps forward, and beast, lichen, someone call the gods!
Oh, here we go again.
What? Where?
As Boltar and Artemis just landed on the ground.
Oh,
Artemis is still in their beast form.
Shouldn't we have asked that thing questions? Oh well.
No. It's cool. It's cool. That is kind of scary, but don't worry about that. He's not a threat to you unless you're the crooked librarian.
Yeah, I'd go in and help the people inside quickly. It's fine. We all have coins.
This is all very unusual.
Yeah, it's super unusual. How often did you meet a librarian that's cursing people? It's crazy.
Yeah, I'd hurry if I were you.
We gotta save these people.
Highs or lows?
Highs always get high.
Good doggy, as he pats Artemis on the head.
That was a choice.
Kind of just brings his arms into himself tight as he can, and just kind of never taking his eyes off Artemis. Just kind of shuffles around and follows Aldane into the Crystal
Catch
Chateau.
up with you guys later.
Artemis, yes.
You're setting me up for this, so I have to do it. I lean in close to him and just go, inner.
Okay, yeah, yes, good.
Moo.
Slightly less scary. Okay, please take me where I need to go so I can go home, lock my door, and never open it again.
Yeah, that paste on the ground's not going to satiate my friend for very long, so I'd be inside if I were you.
Poor guy.
He's kidding. He's kidding. You're one of the good
Right.
guys. You're here to help.
Yeah.
Nothing bad is going to happen to you. I wouldn't let it.
And he's as he's watching Artemis make these motions. I'm good. And he sprints far ahead of you and just as fast as he can up the steps of the Crystal Chateau. Rocky has nothing on the speed of which he makes it up
Don't
these
run.
steps.
It looks suspicious.
He starts running
I give
fast.
both-
Don't run.
Give
He
Boltar
likes
a
to
high five.
chase.
Yeah.
He's gonna die by the end of this.
All right, so with that, Aldane and the priests make their way. The priest is already through the door. He cannot get inside quick enough. And he'll wait by the first column, waiting for Aldane to catch up. In the meantime, before we get let's resolve this first. So Aldane eventually catching up leads the All-Sight priest to the room where the junior professors are being held.
While we're on our way there, can I perform just a little improv song for him? You know, don't you worry, it's all fine. Something else that rhymes with worry. Trying to calm him down, take his mind off of things with a little improv song.
Roll a performance
Guidance.
check.
First roll of the day.
My performance is only a +5. 1d20 +5. Oops, not dat R/R. / roll 1d4.
Nope.
13.
Ow.
Lovely song, and he's still visibly shaking.
Well, I tried. So
It's just
basically, I
all
really
different
did go, don't you worry, something that rhymes with worry.
You're not very good at this, are you?
I like being a ferret better.
He's about.
Okay. Can you take me to where I need to go before I need to change a
I
pants?
take them to the first door. Where Goliath is.
Goliath, the door opens in front of you, and you've been just making small chit chat with the junior professors as a priest of All-Sight walks in looking visibly shaken. Followed shortly by Aldane, who is singing a song.
Good news, guys. He's the guy that's going to save you guys from the gaps in your memory where you were cursed. Oh, yeah, it was what's his name upstairs. He did it.
Archaeologist, thank you. Okay. You're saying these two have. What exactly happened to them?
I mean, I don't want to talk for them, but we found out that there were large gaps in their memory because we were looking at these books and there were records in the books that they didn't remember happening. And then they got really scared because they didn't remember things happening. Like they went out and then they didn't remember coming back. But again, I don't really want to talk for them when I'm doing this thing because
That's
At
very
which
true.
point, one of the the male archaeologists will pipe up. Yes, sir. It would seem that we have time that the both of us are missing, and we had no suspicions of such treachery uh, before this group of adventurers had come along, asking questions of our previous expeditions. And I suppose this one over here, and he'll motion over to Goliath, um, had heavy suspicions that we are under some sort of memory curse. We're hoping you can alleviate us of that.
Yeah, that's why we're here to find out, because we want to know for sure if that's happening or not. You know,
I can help you with anything.
Oh.
He's a priest of the allegiance of all sight. He's the man.
if he knows it, he knows it.
Yes. If it's what I suspect it is, it should be a all but simple task. Come forth, my child.
Thank
And the male archaeologist moves forward, sits in front of the priest, and the priest takes his hands and starts kind of just taking his fingers around his temple, closes his eyes, and goes, yes, yes, I see the darkness. And he'll place the rest of his four of his fingers along each side of his face, as you see the arcane magics begin to work its way up from his elbow through his hand, through his fingers, and you see this green shimmer kind of wash over the archaeologist's face.
Oh, what a sight to behold!
And the archaeologist kind of slumps for a second. Oh,
Good?
oh
Would you like a good
the-
berry?
by the 9 gods. I remember everything. Please perform the same procedure on her. And she, seeing the success that had just been given, immediately takes the same seat that the previous did, the same process, placing the fingers, arcane magics through, and oh, that rotten bastard Lamille. He took us through dark alleys for no reason. We didn't think to question it, but it had to have been him.
Oh yeah, here's some piece of
he-
paper and a pen. Write this down.
That sounds like something for me to do. Yes.
And they start detailing the events of that evening, with Lamille suggesting a shortcut through some unsavory parts of Ankarel, specifically through some dark alleys. Upon which, when they were going through one in particular, they were ambushed by a trio of bandits who didn't beat them up or anything, but they certainly put the fear of all 9 gods into them, and, threatening violence and restraining them, and then leaving once they had their bounty, left all 3 of them, including Professor Lamille Wist, to make it look good, all restrained and bound until some Crown's Guard came along and released them of their binds. However, along with that, now that their memories have been restored, even though she had her face down in the pavement, she looked over and saw that Lamille was not being accosted by the bandits. And prior to him being cuffed and bound, he had come over to the both of them, placing his hand on top of their heads, and then everything kind of just went black from them from that point forward. And not recalling their memory until the morning after, where both of them had woken up assuming the night prior was all just one bad dream.
That's messed up.
That's fucked up.
It's such a relief.
Yeah, how do you guys feel about it?
Well, I suppose the good news is we can complete the logs.
Yeah, totally. Is there anything I can do to help you guys? Anything I can do to make you feel better?
Yeah, some delicious berries.
I fear we may, after the events of today, we may need something a little stronger than berries.
Candied blueberries.
Oh,
that sounds lovely. And she goes, ooh. Oh, that's quite delightful. Thank you, kind stranger.
Oh, my pleasure. Happy to help people. I like when people are feeling good and get to treat on some of these delicious treats that I found at a streetcar vendor when I was down by that. I don't remember what the name of the place was. It was the really rich, haughty inn. Wait, they had slaves. Do they have slaves here? No. But anyways, there was a wagon cart, and we needed the cart for something, and I don't understand why we needed the cart. But it had a bunch of berries on it, and the guy was really cool, and he helped us out in the city. And so I just gave him a bunch of money out of my pocket, and he gave us all the candies.
Oh, that's rather lovely.
It was a good evening. Except I got mad at my friends at that night because they lied to me that night. But that's okay.
Oh, well, good friends should never lie.
They made up for it. He's going to start putting money to trees now.
And you see the visible confusion kind of just dominate her face before she goes, I trust that makes sense to you. I don't need to know anymore.
Aw.
I love my disjointed stories.
I presume there was a reason why excuse me, that a lot of you came seeking this information, and last we recall, Professor Lamille had the ring on his person. I would suggest that if you wish to recover it, that you should go speak to him immediately. Well, you were here and you went up to go visit him. How is the dear professor?
Well, we're trying to find a necromancer. That's my next job.
No, and both of them simultaneously go,
What?
Necromancer? Is the male will cut in. Is he dead?
Yes.
What?
What? And he just kind of slumps back in his chair. The professor is dead. I certainly did not. My God, I have so many questions.
Well, that's why we need a necromancer that can cast Speak with Dead or whatever that is, and then we can all talk to him, and he can't hurt us anymore.
And at which point the priest will cut in. He's like, I am well versed in the magics that would normally allow you to speak with the dead. But again, the entire having a mouth thing would prove particularly helpful.
What if we put like another mouth on the goo pile?
Oh Lord.
Can you detect thoughts? A dead body?
Ugh. No.
Unfortunately.
Highs or lows?
Highs, please. Always go high.
I can certainly try, I suppose.
I God damn it. Oh.
Um. Uh. Well.
Is there a time limit on this,
I-
or can we like do this tomorrow?
Well, and the priest still kind
Is
of
is it better fresh?
given his current state. I'm assuming
Better than fresh
that the
bros.
gods are already outside, circling your
Nice.
friends, questioning them relentlessly, and likely cleaning the scene of the crime.
I look around the room that you described as an archaeological pit that had several archaeological finds and bones and pots and things, and I find a random bone skull thing of something, whether it's a human or an animal, some sort of head of among all of these archaeological finds, and be like, well, we better go outside then.
One way to find out.
All right. So before you guys head outside, the rest of us, the audience, will go back outside. About what was it, 60 feet off the first step towards the Crystal Chateau, where we once again find Boltar and Artemis.
Oh God.
And a pile of goo that used to be a human being.
Should we try to like get this? Or should I leave
Well,
it?
you're the blood sorcerer, so I don't know if you want to keep this for
Well,
your
I mean,
spells. Or...
blood sorcery is more of a hobby, really. I'm more of a I see the future kind of a guy. But yeah.
Meanwhile, the locals have started to circle, and you hear that humming buzz of numerous people talking to each other, some whispers being passed from shoulder to ear. And
Do we have to? Okay, everybody, back off. Give some space here. This guy is a suspect in a crime.
We need the evidence.
I'm sorry.
I hate to say this, but this suspect is a pile of goo.
He turned into tomato
That's
soup.
about.
Yeah, I feel like this is still evidence somehow.
Upon Artemis speaking, half the crowd go "Ah!" and hauls ass the other direction.
Oh, you guys, you're all a bunch of wusses. This is the big teddy bear. It's fine. You didn't do anything to him yet.
Yeah, Master Baltar just conjured me from this nine hells. I can't. I only just kill the bad people.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So, with that, and the crowd, even though some of them have run away, more and more begin to join to the point where it's a pretty solid wall of people growing around you before you start to hear, make way for the royal guard.
Here we go.
And this is where I leave you, and I start clambering up the wall back to the professor's lab.
Before they get to the break in the people wall, I will bleed into it and cast Disguise Self. I don't want to do Old Man again. That's a lot of energy. I'll just do like random person and just blend into the crowd and walk away and maybe just turn around like I'm like
Well,
like looking.
so
like,
you
"Would
do that. You disguise self and try to, move into the crowd. It is at this time that the crowd begins to part, and you hear the of armored boots hitting stone ground, and you hear one guy that's probably about 3 people deep into the crowd. Hey, that guy just turned himself into. What did you turn into?
Tomato soup.
No. Fucking
Jelly?
a little girl. Not a little girl. A tall,
So you
a tall woman.
Hey, yeah,
Yeah.
but guards, that guy's trying to get away from the scene of the crime. I bet he's got something to do with this.
Okay, fine. I'm just gonna misty step 30 feet away.
dip and dive.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm too tired to deal with this right
Fuck
now.
this shit, I'm out.
Features and traits. Where's my free use of
So-
misty step? Ba-doom.
And you get on the other side of the crowd, and they go, "Well, no, where'd he go?" Meanwhile, Artemis, you're still trying to, kind of push your way through the first wall of the crowd. Go ahead and roll me a strength check if you would.
Hey.
Muted.
Yeah, no, I saw it. I'm just leaping up onto a building, just like leaping and just flying. What werewolf style? What am I rolling? Strength?
Well, if you're leaping, let's make it dexterity.
Hey.
Bit better.
So, just to be clear, the call to action here is to run away from the potential scene of a crime
And
with your
Well, I mean, I do.
your evidence
I do
lying
have-
on the floor, just to make things absolutely fucking
we have
clear.
absolutely
Well,
nothing.
Not to nitpick. Not to nitpick. I did sort of sell out Baltar as being the master.
Huh?
Slightly, but
I can fend for myself. I'm fine. I'm
That's actually
I'm away. Yeah.
I appreciate that. I'll take that. Um,
But no, I do the whole spider climb like around the building.
what did you roll on that dex check?
9.
9.
9. So 9. So with a 9, you try to leap over the crowd, and you make it over one person, but this crowd has starting to get quite large. And if it's a circle of people, it's about a diameter of 5 people in a circle. So you make it through the first row, but there's another 4 in front of you.
How much is that in windmills?
Someone had to ask.
1 windmill.
Belly surf.
Okay, now I get it. Now I
Yeah, I can relate to it now. Sorry.
So, the guards are certainly going to see the both of you trying to get away. Pardon me. The first one who's leading the other 6 he's going to go, "You two after that one. Me and the rest will go for the one that poofed over in that direction." So,
Gotcha. Let's see. What kind of chaos can we ensue to pull the heat off of me? Some prestidigitation.
That's good.
That's not really. Thaumaturgy would really help here, but I do not have that.
So these guards, the four that are going, it's a split of 4 and 3. Four are coming after you, Boltar. The other three are actually, let me flip that because you're a big beast there, Artemis. Four are coming after you. The other three, including the commander, are following after Boltar. Um, boy, didn't think I was going to say this tonight. But for the time being, Artemis, Boltar, roll for initiative.
I pray for you.
You're not just for speaking meta. You're not in a fight necessarily, but considering everyone's going to kind of have to take turns to try and pull this shit off.
That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Oh,
It's good because I need to go first. I've got plans.
oh shit.
And I got an 8.
You also
All
got the
right.
disadvantage.
So Boltar, you're going to be first up.
Boltar is going to how close are the two chasing after me?
About, we would say about 40 feet away currently. They were 10 feet when they kind of broke into the circle, and then you poofed 30 feet away.
Mhm.
So solid 40.
Okay, so they're 40 feet away from me. I am going to move 20 feet away, making it 60 feet.
30 windmills.
30 feet
It's two
off.
windmills.
Yeah. 30 feet off towards a different direction. I'm going to cast Minor Illusion. And the Minor Illusion is going to be a woman's scream as if something is surprising to draw them in a completely different direction so that I may continue to take my dash action and get as far away from dodge as possible.
So
That's
As I said, I can take care of myself.
Point of order, if you cast a spell, can you then use dash? Because that's your action.
Oh
Or
yeah, you're
you-
right. You're right.
you-
You're right. I still can move an additional 10 feet.
Indeed.
And
So
I'm
let's go ahead and roll a deception check, and the guards are going to roll a flat perception.
should I
so you-
take my 16?
I would. 13 was the number to beat.
Okay, I'm gonna burn my last portent for the day, since I'm assuming the day's almost over anyway. I'll go ahead and make it a deception is plus 6. So 22.
And immediately grabs the guard's attention. Is like, the commander will turn around. Is like, you two, go help that poor old lady. I'm gonna keep after the main one. So two break off from the group, and it's only but Lord Commander chasing after you.
Can't wait to get out here.
Wait, I thought the 4 were going after Artemis and the 2 were coming after me.
It's 3 coming after you.
Okay,
It's a grand total of 7. 4 after Artemis, 3 after you.
got it.
And they have a job to do. They can't just let you go. So yeah.
So with that deception roll, they don't think that that's me at all.
No, they all think it's a legitimate scream, which is why the commander.
No, like I mean, like they don't think that like I like their quarry is the one causing that woman to scream.
They do not think that at all. No.
Yeah. Wasting my roll then.
Well, let me ask you this then. What are you trying to achieve? Because I guess I'm not getting it.
So I'm trying to go this way and get them to peel off this way. If that makes any sense.
Right, and you succeeded in that because you got 2 of the 3 guards to peel off that way.
I think the confusion is he's saying he's trying to make it seem like he's not the one that they're after. The one that they're after went a different direction, and he's just being seen. But I heard it the way that you did, Good Devil, which is yes, they're chasing him, and then they heard something else, and so they're splitting to chase something else as well.
That was my fault. I wasn't clear enough in my intention. That's on me.
So with them having a good clean line of sight on you, that would be a super duper tough sell. That you caused someone else to scream, if I'm getting that correctly, and that you had gone off in that direction, correct?
Yes.
The ethereal, the person that they're supposed to be chasing, actually went that way, and they didn't see that person. But that person then just stabbed some old lady or something, and the one that they did see suspiciously leaving isn't actually being suspicious. They're just
I
leaving
got
the
you,
scene.
but okay, cool. I mean, with that, they kept a pretty good line of sight on you the entire time. So, the success of the roll is that you got, 2 of the 3 to peel off and, go investigate the scream that you had caused. Does that make sense?
Okay. Let me see here. Bonus actions. There is really nothing I can do as a bonus action. I don't have any spells. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna have to keep running.
Okay. With that, the other set of guards that are tasked with detaining Artemis are going to take their turn. The 4 of them are gonna start to rush over in the direction of Artemis, and kind of move aside. And the crowd, with no question, begins to part as the 4 of them try to put grab you by each arm there, Artemis. So this is going to be an opposing. It's going to be a strength save in your case, and then a straight strength check. We'll see who wins.
One second, because thanks to a redeem,
You're at a
I get
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
That's right.
However, I do have advantage on strength saves, so I believe this is just a flat roll.
Flat roll.
Oh, I guess it makes sense.
11.
They rolled a 15. So with that, 2 on each side grab you by the wrist and the upper forearm, and begin to bring your arms back behind you, and you feel cold metal start to wrap around your wrists. And you are presently restrained. With that, it is going to be your turn, Artemis.
Strained but not grappled. I basically start going vertical.
So they're going to try to hang on like hell. Since you're just leaping, I guess. Let's go ahead and get
Let's just building and start walking vertical, like straight Dracula. Like,
well, in order to get there, you have to break their grip. If you're just so, what do you tend to do about that? Restrained, grappled, all the one and the same, in my opinion.
well, you did say they grappled my arms, not my legs.
Yeah, and so if you
Restrained.
want to, but you still.
Restrained and grappled are separate. Restrained is a creature speed becomes 0. Attack rolls have advantage.
Oh!
Attack rolls by the creature has disadvantage. Creature has disadvantage on dexterity. Versus grappled is just speed 0.
Okay, so restraint happened to work because since you were restrained, they got a good grip on you. Your speed's currently 0. You can't run up a wall until you break free.
Well, then I really hate to do this,
Okay.
but since
Do
I have
you?
2 attacks, no, I feel absolutely nothing about this. In both my hands, I use both my attacks to cast Eldritch Blast right square in their chest.
Oh god. Ay.
I feel like there's such an easier way to do this, but all right then, go ahead and roll me those 2 attacks, if you please.
I mean, this will definitely teach him a lesson.
That's fair.
Oh,
Don't chase after the giant beast.
so the first one is a nat 20 for 25.
Ooh, crit.
Okay.
Do
And
the
the second.
damage on that. 4 points. Ho. Am I rolling all these? Okay, so the first one was 4.
Okay.
Second attack, I don't even see what the hell that is. 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
That's better. 9 points.
So Artemis, having her arms kind of pulled back and brought back behind her, everyone in the crowd kind of just sees the arcane magics begin to expand from her chest, follow down the arm, and just explode out of each hand, sending both pairs of guards flying back about 5 feet each and landing prone on their ass. It's like, oh God. Ready your weapons, men. Seems we have to slaughter this one.
Oh god.
Give me a second. Okay, no, can't really do anything. But I use my movement, go to the closest building, and start going vertical.
The Crystal Chateau is definitely very close. You never got away from it. So what did I say earlier? 45 feet? You're 45 feet away from being able to go up a wall. What's your move speed?
45 feet.
So you make it just to the wall, and well, that's where we're gonna have to.
Can I use like anything to like jump like 5 feet into the air just to get up on the wall?
Inspiration?
Of course not.
No, I guess it was worth a shot.
Nope.
That's-
Yep.
Yeah, don't we have like some kind of inspiration every session?
That's right.
Yeah, but inspiration doesn't add the movement.
We tried.
What you need here is movement, and you're out of it.
Yeah, I got a bonus action, but I don't believe I have anything that can do for it.
If only the person who had haste was here.
No, I made my bed, so I understand.
All
Hey,
right.
do you remember? Do you remember before Aldane left and we asked him to cast haste on everybody before he left? I remember that. I remember
that. Stalker's prowess. I wonder if that actually comes into play. Your speed increases by 10 feet. You add 10 feet to your home zone.
So if I can spare you some time there, all of their move speed is 30 feet. You're gonna get another turn before they catch up to you.
Oh.
So you can just run up the wall on your next turn. You'll be all right.
Okay. I'll trust the DM.
That's why you go wrong.
It's not like I prepared literally
Famous
any of
last
this.
words.
Um, so, with that, we come back to the top of the order with Boltar.
So I don't have much I can do. I'm going to. How many feet away am I now? If I moved a full 30 feet away from them and they were 40 feet, 60 feet?
Well, him, it's just one
Yeah.
chasing you at this point.
Did they move close? He moved closer to me, or is he like 30 feet away at this point?
He got to a point where he was with that movement about 10 feet away. So he's on your heels at the moment. Well, 10 feet away is not really on your heels,
Mhm.
but in a D&D sense it is.
I am going to move my full 30 feet away, putting 40 feet of distance away from him. And then since I am completely tapped out of spells, I've got nothing but one
Spell slot.
free cast of a what should be a useless spell, and it probably is going to be useless, but we're going to see if we can stretch it, because why not?
One step ahead of the bad
Yep.
guys.
I'm going to cast Unseen Servant directly in front of him, and its job is just to stand there and not let it pass. He's not very strong and not very weak. The only thing that I am hoping here is that he's just going to take up time and give me another round that I'm going to be able to move away.
I guess you gotta
Okay.
do what you gotta do.
I want
So
to.
you get 40 feet away and dropping out Unseen Servant. What? Where do you drop the Unseen?
Directly in front of the guy chasing me, and it is a 60-foot range, so
Got you. Okay. And after that, does that end your turn?
yeah, there's nothing else I can do that's worth anything.
All right. So he's gonna start. He takes off running after you, seeing you try to haul.
I have stats for the Unseen Servant if you end up needing it, just to let you know.
I don't think you're gonna need it.
With a natural one. He is. You don't see it happen, but he runs smack bang into the Unseen Servant, and his speed is such that as soon as he hits it, it sends him backwards, and he lands prone on the seat of his ass.
Wow. Yeah.
So that took up all his movement. He gets and he's gonna spend he's gonna use his action to dash, and half of that is spent getting up and start dust himself off a little bit and is kind of limping as he starts to chase off in the direction that he last saw you run.
I will say, the Unseen Servant will still try to complete its task of standing in the way of this. Like he's not going to stop until the spell ends or he
That you
ends
dismiss him.
it.
Ah.
And I have no intention of dismissing him.
All right. That will end his turn. We come back around to the quadrilogy of guards tasked with chasing Artemis, who both who all of whom two unsheath their spears, the other two unsheathing their swords, ready for a fight. All go dashing off after Artemis, who is standing next to the wall, but they make it a few steps short before making it to her, which will end their turn. Which brings us to Artemis.
So movement plus my dash action up the wall, up vertical, and start circling the exterior of the building to till they lose sight of me, and then drop the wolf forms when they can't see me, climb into a window just back in my normal humanoid form.
If only there was a window that was recently busted out.
There is.
Wink, wink, nudge.
There is.
So if your intent is to lose or break their line of sight, go ahead and roll me a stealth check with advantage, since you're kind of, doing the circle spinning, trying to get around.
Oh, crud. Sorry, I unfortunately closed my
This,
character window.
in spite of the fact of the Crystal Chateau being at least 6 windmills wide, we're gonna let it happen.
I'm not walking straight up. I'm doing the whole.
I know you're going around, and this is a big fucking building. But I'm saying, for the sake of funsies, we're letting you do it anyway.
You should just go straight up because you're literally beneath the opened window. Like, up and in.
Yeah, but my rolls are crap, so I don't want them to overly see me.
Now you
So
feel
total
my pain.
17. Yeah, but I'm not hitting that ones yet, so 17 in total.
15 will do it. As you kind of zap and dodge, you eventually tuck yourself away into the window and find yourself back in the office of the late Professor Lamille Wist.
I would like to ask this question. When I resumed my human form, the cuffs that they put on me kind of slid off, correct?
They never successfully cuffed you. You felt the cold steel start to wrap around, but that's where I had caught it.
Okay. Thank you for the clarification.
They were more working to pull your arms behind your back so that they could.
Like normal police officers do. I totally understand.
Yeah, you're an alien. They saw you, and so naturally they tried to cuff you.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, of course.
Didn't have any flintlocks.
So yeah, I'm out of hybrid. Makes sense. So out of hybrid form, I don't suppose as a bonus action I could just throw on something like a different outfit.
Why not?
I have the time.
Sure.
So I pull out the robes that we got when we were initiated into the all sites group. I pick up a book and I just start thumbing through it like I'm reading it. I'm studying.
Walk through the building, yes, not just stand there in that office.
I was gonna say you might want to leave the office. But that'll be in due time as we find ourselves back at the top of the order where Boltar is starting to get a little sweaty doing so much running. Because, those mages, the stamina for days.
I am going to move an additional. How many feet away am I from him?
At this point, he tried to come after you and ran into your unseen servant. He is still, and then he dashed. So you were 40 feet away. He would be 25 feet away at this point.
Okay.
I did that math in my head correctly.
I am going to. It sounds like windmill math, which I am totally all about. I'm going to go ahead and move my 30 feet. Do I want to taunt him?
No, you want to still be able to convince him that you're not the one he's looking for, and you just got scared.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna keep. It's just gonna keep a straight movement through, and my unseen servant still standing there waiting to stand there. And I will. Yeah, I guess that's it.
You're not running.
I am.
Or did you?
I'm moving the 30 feet.
Okay,
It's
so
not,
so
it's not
55 feet away.
running. I'm just
Gotcha.
moving away. I'm not like paying attention. Just move. I'm just moving 30 feet away from him.
Why are you running?
And
Why
he's,
are you running?
he's
No,
gonna.
I'm going home.
So with that,
Going
he's
up.
gonna try to continue the pursuit. And he's a little more cautious because he ran into an invisible wall. He takes a step forward and immediately feels the resistance that your unseen servant is causing. So, what sorcery is this? And unsheathes his sword and just starts swinging it wildly.
What?
And he starts
It-
swinging so wildly that he just loses the grip of his sword, which goes flying about 10 feet behind him.
Oh.
And he goes, and any of his, so for flavor, any of the citizens watching him, you just see the sword go, "Whew." Shit!
Wow.
So I think with two
I'm
net,
perplexed.
so 2 nat ones is worth dice jail, yes?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Wish I could do this.
All right. Well, that's going to end his turn. He has moved none at all. And with that, actually, since Artemis has broken sight with the other guards, they did see you kind of start to make your way up, so they're going to move into the Crystal Chateau, and begin their search inside, and try to. They are eventually going to try to make their way upstairs because, well, that's the direction you were last seen. Was just up.
I got a plan for that.
And no, it's gonna take them for remember how long it took y'all to get up those 3 flights of stairs? It's gonna take them longer.
Oh, look at all these guards running by.
got
I
time.
wonder what got their panties in a bunch.
Goliath, you also see the guards go running by.
Oh Lord, what the hell are they doing on the way?
Anyways,
Can I see what they from
one skull
from running?
in my hand, a body on the ground. I got my priest and the 2 friends, and my best bud Goliath, and we're gonna talk to the dead and
Ah, such a voice of the heavens.
So we're gonna just go right back to the top of the order with Boltar. What are you doing now? You got a 55 foot lead on this guy at this point.
I would like to move 30 feet away and cast message and whisper, "Oh man, this is really embarrassing. You probably should just give up before it gets worse."
What? Who said that?
Oh my lord.
Once I get my sword back, you're in for it. Tell you what, since you've gotten such a at this point a healthy distance away from him, let's go ahead and roll a stealth check with advantage to see if you finally break line of sight. Hey, thanks for the subscription there, Langaroo. I hope I said that right.
Kangaroo!
Oh, good thing I'm doing this with advantage. 19.
19. You find a kind of thin alleyway where you are able to duck into and start making your way down it. Hook a right and start making and if you'd like to, you can start making your way back towards the Crystal Chateau.
Perfect. That is what I will do.
All right. With that, I'm going to go ahead and say we are out of initiative order.
You.
So that being said, and since we've kind of spent a little time focused on apparently the murder hobos of the party, we go back to where Aldane and Goliath just see, we're gonna get him. And
So
I wonder what's got
So
them
that's
all
happened
going
again?
crazy.
I don't know. They seem to be in a rush of something.
Wait,
Peculiar.
Priesty Man, did you just say you can speak with dead? Dude, can you help us out? We gotta talk to this guy.
I can certainly try.
Sweet, everything's coming up, Millhouse.
Yeah. And I high five him.
High five. And we head out to outside out front where the goo paste is.
So as you all make your way outside, you can see that there is a wall of humanity that has begun to encircle the red paste that now decorates the floors of Von Corral. Making your way through the crowd, and the priest will turn and note, oh. Well, I hope I get this kind of turnout at my funeral.
I mean, we can make that happen, but not for a lot of years.
Yeah.
You're
but of
human.
course.
I'm going to live many generations past you.
I was a little worried.
You're a good guy. I would never let anything
He's a
bad
joke,
happen
sir.
to you.
Yeah, because you guys are so defensive of good guys.
I always
sorry,
protect
that
the good
was
guys.
that was your DM speaking, not a character.
I always protect the good guys.
But of course, it's our job.
Yeah, I you know what? I gotta agree with Lingaroo. Humanity is kind of disgusting at the moment.
Yeah.
No argument.
Yeah.
No notes. So you, the three of you, including the priest, are able to eventually kind of weave your way through the crowd, and the priest will go, "Oh dear, has it gotten worse?" And you do notice that, since you've left and done what you've done, the puddle has expanded a decent amount.
I walk into the middle of the puddle because I'm used to blood. I'm from the woods.
Do we both
and
walk
I
in it?
place the archaeological skull right where in the middle where the head-ish of what's left of the body parts would kind of point towards a headish thing, and I put it there and I pat it on the head, and he's like, "It's one of you now." All right, friend.
You want me to talk to the skull?
It appears
Actually,
to be
that's a
that way,
good question. We should probably wait for my other friends to get back because they know the ant's questions. I don't know
That's
what
true.
to ask. I honestly don't even know why he attacked us at the time, but I know now why he attacked us. But at the time, I didn't know why he attacked. No, wait, we attacked. Doesn't matter. Anyways, we should wait for my friends to get back. I'm gonna make certain the skull is situated.
Okay, well, we'll wait, I guess.
If they're not here in, the next little bit, I know where they're going to be tonight. And we can just come back I'll grab you and we can come back in the morning.
Yeah.
If they're not here in a few
That sounds like
minutes.
plan to me.
So standing around waiting for a few minutes, we'll go back inside briefly. Artemis, now donned in her robes of all sight, reading a book and strolling the hallways of the Crystal Chateau. Once again, you hear the familiar footfalls of armored guards. They're getting closer and closer, and well, they were, but eventually that those footfalls go. And eventually, walking through the hallways, you cross paths with those guards, and All four of them are just.
I look up from my book, see them gasping for air, pull out water skin and say, "Peace be with you. Have some water. It looks like you might need it."
That's very kind of you. The first one takes a water skin, downs a bit, and they hand it off to each of the following King's Garden. They all nod to you. By the by, you haven't seen any oversized wolf beasts, have you?
I flipped through the book and like, one of these?
Uh,
Only this.
yes, sort of. More, uh, more human-like, but somewhere in between that and a human.
No, but I would be very curious to see something like that.
Well, if we put it into captivity, we'll come back and let you know.
Mm.
Maybe this time by messenger, so we don't have to walk up these fucking stairs again. You have yourself a nice day, madam.
Glory to the king, and long may he reign.
Glory to the what the fuck ever. Let's go, boys. And they slowly saunter off in the opposite direction of you.
As soon as I'm down, like maybe 3 flights of stairs, I
And
I book it.
you make your way down and down through all 3 flights of stairs, and eventually outside, where you see the same, a similar crowd enshrining the goo pile, but right dead center of it, you see
Oh.
you see Boltar, who's on kind of on the outer perimeter of the crowd. But you also see Aldane just standing there with his fists on his hips, chest puffed out,
I like.
proudly standing in the middle of the pile.
Yeah, no offense to the team. I'm out of there. I'm going back to
I don't
where
blame you.
Prolix
I don't blame you.
is hidden, and I'm not gonna run at first. I'm going to casually just like continue reading the book I have here, just till I'm out of sight
I don't mind.
for a little bit in case someone's tailing me, and then down.
Heard that. So Artemis is hauling ass to somewhere we know not where. With that, and about, we'll say about a solid 15 minutes later, Aldane, being just such a patient being, I'm sure, is handling this 15-minute wait wonderfully.
My little buttercup has the sweetest smile.
Oh my lord.
And eventually, Boltar, you come around the corner, see that there are no additional guards yet that have come to investigate the body.
Just us alone.
But you see the crowd, and you see Aldane right in the middle of it, doing a little sing-songy dance in a pool of blood.
It should be fine now then. Yeah, so I'll just go up and be like, "Oh, I see we have everything under control here."
Yeah.
I heard there was a whole bunch of commotion going on, and I saw the guard go running off into those directions, and I just
Yeah, they ran up the
just got
stairs.
here.
They were
Yeah,
really.
what's up with
I don't know
that?
what happened.
They seem
that's
to be in a
weird.
rush.
I was talking to the priest guy that came and helped. He got their memories back. They said that he mugged them, or he hired some people to mug them or something. I don't remember. Goliath wrote all their stuff down. He's got it signed and notarized in his pocket. But get
Yeah,
this. He can speak with dead, and now we can ask him some questions. But he didn't have much of a face left, so I brought the skull so he can use the skull as a face, so we can ask him some questions.
Boltar,
I hope I hope you're ready.
I didn't know what questions to ask because I still don't understand what's going on.
So he hasn't tried yet.
No,
Not
we
yet.
were waiting for you and Artemis to come back.
Yeah, where
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
Where-
I want to see
where's
this.
Artemis though?
We can keep waiting for her.
Oh, Artemis probably doesn't. Artemis probably doesn't want to be anywhere near.
Hmm.
Okay.
I guess we can start.
Yeah, she does get a little weird around blood. I don't know. Maybe she's scared of it or
Okay.
something.
That's also. I guess that is viable.
I don't know about.
The priest will
but-
step up. If it's all right with you, I'm kind of over waiting. It's the smell. And sure enough, as soon as he says that, all of you kind of get this whiff of just absolute death in your nostrils.
Druidcraft to make it smell like blossoms, because that is explicitly written as one of the things that Druidcraft can do.
You can.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You can create a tiny harmless sensory effect that blah 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 blah. You can create an instant harmless sensory effect such as falling leaves, a puff of wind, the sound of a small animal, the faint odor of a skunk.
damn.
Fair enough.
Sweet.
So as he goes to place his hands down on the ground, just outside the perimeter of the blood pile, he's like, are you sure you want me to talk to the skull?
No, to the what's left of him, and I put the skull there to
For good
so it
measure.
can have a mouth. Because you said it needed a mouth.
Yes. This is what I am trying to convey.
Uh-huh.
The skull will have its own memories.
Yeah, no, not the skull. It's just
Oh.
going to use the skull, right?
Oh dear.
I don't know how this works. I'm not a necromancer.
I'm with
I'm not
you.
a necromancer. Same for me. Just do what you have
I'm
to
with
do.
you, priest.
I trust in
This-
you
this
that you have it
is-
under control.
I'm skeptical,
Uh,
and I'm not afraid. And I'm not
Look, I
afraid to
farted
say.
pumpkin spice.
So, he's like, all right, let's give it a go. Astros, Ilios, Kantush! And you see the puddle of blood, bone fragments and viscera just start to go.
I was hoping it was gonna.
And
It's like boiling.
and he's like, and the priest will turn to you. He's like, "Well, if you have questions for it, I suppose now's the time to ask."
Why did you blank their
yeah, I got- well,
memories?
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good question. It's better than my question. Hey, how does it feel? You didn't have to run. You could have talked to us, but instead you wanted to be a dick.
I moved the head skull to be where those sounds are emanating from.
Oh, Lord.
So come on, make it work. You should be you can put forth more effort.
Yeah,
Than
you should be
this.
the expert here, man.
I'm saying that to the puddle of viscera.
Oh, poor puddle.
God damn it.
This is a shit show, but well.
You knew I was gonna do this too.
And I'm happy to stand here and just go yes and.
Why did you wipe their memories?
So
Yeah. How does it feel to have this memory for all eternity? This is the last one you're ever gonna get.
Stinks, doesn't it, right?
I truly want to give you a chance of this working the
Okay.
way you intend. So,
Can we do like a group roll? Can like I help contribute to it?
Ooh. For those of you who are there, I like that. I am going to set the DC at 18. This is tough.
You see it.
Let me get a medicine check from all four of you to see in this pile of blood, gore, and viscera if you can just randomly place the skull on what's left of his vocal
Guidance.
cords.
Bruh, a 10.
Oh, I got a 4 on the
Is
guidance.
that guidance?
Inspiration.
No.
Is that guidance for all of us? Can,
Oh, yeah,
can you get that?
It's a cantrip. You can cast it as much as you like.
Yeah. Oh.
What is that? A D4?
Add a d4 to each of your rolls. Yeah.
I got
I'm
a
gonna need
nat
that. And
20,
anyone who
so a
hasn't used
combined total of
Oh,
41.
okay. At least someone got
Oh
it.
wow. I'm gonna cast. Let's see. You said medicine. Let's see what I get first.
An 80.
18. I got a flat 18, and I haven't rolled my D4 yet. Let me just go ahead and do that. I love
Can
this.
I use
This
my
is great.
inspiration?
Yeah, do it.
Yes.
Roll a D12. Roll a D12 on that.
D12.
I got a dirty 20.
As a
and,
note, I rolled 3 dice. I rolled a die 4, I got a 4. I rolled a die 12, I got a 12. I rolled a die 20, I got a 20.
Where'd the 12 come from?
Plus 4.
Inspiration! I did say it.
Huh?
What was?
You did. I missed it.
I guess I got a 14 now.
So, needless to say, between what was it, 18, 21, and
41.
14?
With a nat 20, 41 total.
41.
Yep, and I had a 20.
I'm not that good at math, but I'm pretty sure that average is out over 18. In spite of all odds, through the gurgling burbles of this puddle, Eldane just shifted, kind of, shock pudding, like a retiree on a cruise, just shuffles this skull around until syllables start to accidentally come out, and and he hears, "It was a necessary."
It's like those old
And go-
TVs where you gotta like
Go
hold
back,
the
go back, go
antenna
back.
just right with a little bit of tin foil and a coat
I need to
hanger.
get it to the right frequency, otherwise it
Yeah.
won't work. Oh my lord.
Ooh, go back. I heard something about being
Put your
necessary.
hand out to the
Back,
left, put one leg up on the ground.
Oh my god. Oh.
Don't move. I
Struggling.
think that's good.
So
Fuck, man.
eventually you find the sweet spot of this puddle, placing the skull, at which point the jaw begins to just, since it's on the ground, it's not the jaw moving down, it's the jaw pressing the skull up. So if any of you have ever watched South Park, the skull is talking like a Canadian does in that.
Oh my oh my god.
Oh, you see,
That's
you see,
awesome.
and I'll even do the voice. Well, guy,
Okay.
it was a necessary evil
To do what purpose?
to oust Prolix
To oust Prolix?
Wow.
from
Oust?
the allegiance of all sides.
Why did you want to oust Prolix from the allegiance of all sight?
That's your third question, by the way.
Oh. We have 5 questions, right?
I'm keeping. Why do you think I'm keeping count?
Okay.
So nobody has told Aldane this. He has no clue of this. Nobody has said that out loud. He doesn't know.
Got you.
The consortium, guy. The consortium commanded his death.
The consortium commanded his death. And you work for the consortium.
Yeah, guy.
So why do you pretend to be in the allegiance? That last one was a
Because-
statement, not a question. So
As it's not a question, you get no answer.
that's fine. I mean, that was like a statement out loud, rhetorical thing. Just so you pretend to work, so you work for the consortium. Period. So why do you pretend to work for the allegiance? Question mark.
Well, you see, Fwen,
just believe in their mission more. And infiltrating the Allegiance was a means to an end. Bye, friend.
I get one more question. I get a number. That was 4.
That was 5.
What was number 4? 4 was so you're working for the
I
consortium.
kept my fingers up the entire time and as soon as you said question mark, I was like, oop.
That was that I asked that question and then we went off on a tangent to clarify back to that question. So 4 and 5 was the same question. Because I had said
It is. It is up to the DM to interpret the question that you
That's
ask,
fair.
whether it's a genuine question
Every
That's
time,
or
it,
it's
every time it what you said elicited a response, that's what I counted,
That's fair.
including the burbles.
Oh,
So,
okay. Well, that
Aw.
makes sense then. Damn it! I do see the Conan O'Brien. Sorry, total random tangent.
and with that, the priest goes, ugh, I was hoping you would ask. Well, first and foremost, I'm amazed at myself. That worked. I was hoping for more substantial answers as to. Well, more substantial questions for more substantial answers.
Yeah, that was why I wanted Boltar and Artemis here, but it's fine.
But you didn't let them ask any questions.
Yeah, he likes to have us for moral support.
That's
Well,
right. We have a side.
We're like we're like his emotional support.
You know what? And he stands up, puts his hands up. This has been a strange day. I've done my job as requested.
You think this day's strange? You should hang around a little bit.
Thank you,
This is pretty-
friend.
this is pretty tame.
You're just the bestest. I really appreciate it.
Yes, you're the peace be with you. All the best.
I want to write a song about you.
Bye bye.
And
I'm
as
just gonna
I'm
clean this
saying I'm
anyway.
going to write a song about you, I'm dipping a vial in the blood and handing it to Boltar.
Oh my god. Oh, that's so good.
Well, Banditos, that was certainly interesting.
I guess
this-
it all worked out.
Eventually, the crowd begins to disperse a little bit. All of you kind of within relative, closeness. Eventually, a few more, a trio of guards comes in. They seem absolutely uninterested with the lot of you.
I mean,
when
when the priest leaves, I leave.
Very good. They disperse what's left of the crowd, and you hear one just say, "Do I need to point it out to you?" And the crew begins going to work on sweeping, mopping, schloffing.
Shoveling?
Ouijaing.
Ooh, schloff. That's good. That's good.
Sounds good. Fire.
Just schloffing what's left of the late professor into a bucket, because that bucket there's going to be his final resting place. Lucky him.
I had
Get
one
what
more
you
question.
deserve.
I'd ask him how does it feel? How does it feel?
For flavor, the bucket goes.
Just one big bubble and it explodes all over them.
I'll go.
And the bucket explodes everywhere. The guards are covered in gore and viscera now. The cleaners start cursing.
So, with that, the crime scene cleaned, the archaeologist's memory restored. Up to you.
I head back to.
I'll putter off too as well.
Seems
And then
like-
I'm gonna have Goliath give Boltar what the archaeologists had stated, and he wrote down.
Yes, I'll drop it to you in your Discord. The note.
All right. So the four of you make your way back to the inn. Which, forgive me, I am not. I don't recall the name of.
It's the middle grade one
Um,
near the river district where my tree is.
Three of us.
Three.
And Boltar is saying, yeah, sure, we'll meet up with Artemis there, knowing full well. Probably not.
Yes, you are staying at the Harried Mongoose.
Ooh, love it. The hairy mongoose.
Harried. And I
Oh.
hope I'm saying that correctly. Harried.
Yep, you said it right. To be harried. It's the only one that they haven't been kicked out of yet.
Yet being the optimal term. As you stroll in, the stout redheaded halfling who had recently introduced you to Irish coffees is still at her station, still hard at work. A little, far later into the day, you see that her once, pulled back hair is now a little bit more frazzled from the labor of the day. As you stroll in, she catches, or I should say, you catch her attention, and goes, look at the lot of you. The embattled warriors return. Stay for another night, are we?
If there's more coffee, whiskey, Irish involved, I'm in.
I'm in as well.
Do you have like a VIP like deluxe room, like a suite, a penthouse suite?
We have, well, you know what? Highs or lows?
You know what,
Always
Heis?
go
We're gonna stick with it.
high.
Hey,
We have a room
There.
that's had less ladies of the night in them, if that's what you're asking.
Sure, yeah, I want that
A
one.
lady
So
of
that's
the
a bit
night? Is
cleaner.
that like a necromancer? Because we just talked to one of those guys.
I don't think he was an actual
It
necromancer.
was a priest.
What is there a difference?
he's got the devil in
He
him.
spoke to the dead.
Maybe he should definitely.
Yeah, I'm still surprised that happened, to be honest with you.
I'm surprised it even worked. He was a pile of
Yeah.
blood
Why did I
We
go?
didn't.
with a skeleton.
Can somebody explain to me why I ate that guy?
Because he was trying to run away.
Wh-
You know, like you don't run away unless you're guilty.
Why did that go south? Because I thought we were supposed to be behaving. I got told to behave, and then there was a fight, and I ate somebody, and I don't understand.
You know, buddy. Sometimes things escalate. And sometimes that's because of me. Sometimes it's because of Goliath.
Hey,
Hey, I said sometimes, not all the time.
fair enough. I'll take it for what it is.
The barmaid has, while you're doing you're talking, she goes, the barmaid comes over with a tray of drinks and just
Hey.
one for you, one for you. And
I'm gonna immediately drink mine the moment she sets it down and ask for another.
oh,
It's been a rough day.
well then I'll come back with another too. And she flips her server's table under her arm and walks back to the bar. Sorry,
So-
go ahead.
I don't understand why Artemis attacked that person. I mean, apparently was the right thing because they were a spy and they were brain melting people. But I'm confused.
Right, yeah. Well, something must have happened in the conversation that tipped
Oh, I
her
got no
off,
problem with
you
the
know?
fact that I ended up eating him, but I just don't understand how it happened.
Shit just happens.
Oh well.
Well, yeah, next time, I'll think before I act, and it'll be it'll be mayhem.
So is
Uh,
Aldane behave code word for get ready to eat somebody now?
No good.
I think you should be ready to eat somebody at any point because we live in dangerous times, man.
You've got to get your heads up in the game, man.
Yeah, I mean, we're tugging at strings here that usually when there are spies
Oh yeah.
and
We should
double
probably go tell
agents and
Prolax about it tomorrow.
well, maybe we should try to figure out a little bit more before we well, we should probably put him in some sort of protection.
Yeah, he's gonna die
Let's go
without us.
tell him.
Because I think this is going to escalate whatever this group
totes.
has
Oh totes.
in plan. So we should probably get him.
So
Point of order, real quick. The three of you don't know where Prolix is. Artemis does.
Oh, God damn it!
So there's just one more thing. Maggie and them are working for the consortium.
Boltar is going to visibly get. I'm gonna look at Aldane and go, look.
We had lunch yesterday.
I know that we let bygones be bygones, so to speak, with them, but they always seem to be working for whoever is the bad group, and I don't think that that's a coincidence at this point.
Coincidence? I think not.
I mean,
I know I promised you that I wouldn't do anything.
what if the Allegiance has spies in the consortium?
Well, how about this? You said you just had lunch with Maggie yesterday?
It was nice. It was delightful. We read poetry. It was delicious. There were some honey cakes, and some venison, and a wedge salad with an acorn vinaigrette, and then she had some mutton also, and some beer, and some water.
and
you guys sure got appetite.
Voltar's just going, yeah. And so how about tomorrow? You go have lunch with Maggie again, and you try to figure out if they're secretly like double agenting for the Allegiance. Because if not, I'm sorry.
She's gonna have to be our enemy.
They're going to be between us and a goal at some point.
I can just go ask them.
And well,
how about you be a little bit fake about it?
You can't just go and ask them because you might blow their cover. If they really are working for the good guys.
Well played.
Yeah. If they really are working for the good guys, we can't let anyone who might be watching know that's what we know. So we have to try to figure out a way to code it.
Oh, this is one of those people politic things that don't make any sense.
Pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah. It kind
Dude,
of.
this is why
yeah.
animals are
If you
so much
want,
better. They are either going to eat you or they're not.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
if you want, I can hide and stay very, very close by, and I can whisper. I can message you what you should say or
Yeah, from
ask.
sideline where they
Well,
can't
there
see
we
it. So
go. I
when,
just
Yeah, yeah, so,
whisper
like-
to them. And then I don't have to blow their cover because
no, no,
nobody else will hear it. I can just whisper to them directly and I don't have to say a thing. You freaking solved the problem, man. Now I can ask them and nobody else will hear it.
but then if and here's the bad part. If we tip our hat to them and they are working wholeheartedly for the consortium, then we have another problem too.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so I still think it's better for us to play this one a little close to the vest.
Well, why don't we just get to the underwater city place faster than them?
Well, we don't know what they know. Maybe
Yeah, we do.
Ooh.
They're looking for the underwater
What?
city place like we are.
Right, but we don't know how close they are or what they've found. Maybe. Ooh, this is even better.
plot thickens.
Go have lunch, and then as you part ways after a good wholehearted lunch, and this is gonna be a tough ask. I'm gonna ask you to do something that might not sit well with you. I'm gonna ask you to spy on a friend. You have a unique ability that lets you hide in plain sight in some sort of animal form.
I can also hide in
could
plain sight
easily
in normal
be-
form. It's a special ability that I have. I'm really good at being.
It's really a talent
Blending
if you think
in.
about it.
Yeah. No, you're really, really good at that, and that's why I'm coming to you and asking you this, because like you could even not like just like disguising yourself. You could become like a bug and literally be like a fly on the wall, so to speak. We could get some valuable intel and find out what they know. We could find out if this digs deeper. Maybe they are the good guys and they're just caught up in some bad shit, and we can help them out. Or they really are working for the bad people, and we need to know that. We should definitely know that.
I don't know. It kind of feels weird.
I know, and I know it doesn't feel
I don't
right.
think she was
is why
lying to me. I think they're working for the consortium.
All the more reason for us to do some reconnaissance, some
But if they don't know where it
stealthy-
is, wouldn't our time be better getting to it first? Because if they don't know where it is and I just look at them instead of looking wherever we're supposed to be looking.
Hmm.
Damn, I should have asked that guy where it is.
That would have been a good question. Yeah.
Wait,
yeah,
you don't
yeah.
think he's the one that
Well,
sent the
you know-
water spirits at us, do you? Damn, I should have asked him about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably what was going on there. You know, like we'll never know 100% for sure. Right.
That's
this
really
moment,
why I was trying to
but-
get you guys
but-
there, because Aldane was not going to ask
Yeah.
the right questions, and I was hoping somebody was going to pipe in.
I was getting ready to like come up with a good question, but you were just going, and I was like, that was the like
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this is good. I love this. This
Yeah, I
is
like
great.
the vibe
Keep
a
going,
lot.
yeah.
Like you
Um,
just had to need to do your thing, man.
Um. but yeah, I'm like, I know you're not gonna want to do it, and I know it doesn't sit.
There's no
right,
need for it. We're
but-
faster than they are. We'll just go find whatever it is first.
What if I told you if you did this for us, my weekly tree stipend, I would I'll double it. I already have to pay out 160 gold because I said 20% of my gold. I'm paying out. I'm paying out 300 plus 320 gold. This is for the trees, man.
Maybe.
Okay.
But let's go talk to Prolix and the Allegiant first, and tell them they've got spies, and figure out what the Allegiance knows about the Consortium, because the Consortium's trying to kill us.
Well, I don't know where Prolex is.
Oh, I thought
Me
you hid
neither.
him.
I didn't hide him.
Oh.
He kind of went to do
Well,
something.
then I guess we just wait around until Artemis shows up.
Yeah, if we do that, we might be waiting for a while.
All right.
Because where is she
Well,
anyway? Still
Here's to
waiting.
Irish coffees. Prost! We'll worry about it tomorrow, and we'll go talk to
Yeah,
the Allegiance people
Did,
then.
did the barkeep come back with my second drink yet? Because I feel like
yeah.
I feel like
coincidentally, I was waiting for a spot to be able to kind of sit in there, but y'all were doing so great on your own. I didn't feel right trying to get. But yes, she comes over with the tray with another 4 Irish coffees on it. She goes, "All right, my dears," and sets 2 in front of Boltar and an additional 1 in front of Goliath and Aldane.
I pull out 4 coins out of my pouch without looking at what those 4 coins are, because they're all the same to me.
So it could be anything.
Considering I have 8 copper and everything else is gold, those 4 coins are probably gold coins.
Hold on. And she leans over and just picks up 1 gold coin out of your hand. Just this one's more than enough.
no,
Thank
he
you.
really wants you to have the rest.
You should take it for what it is.
Yeah,
See it as
yeah.
a tip.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Ask him.
trust me. He's very generous.
That's
Is that not enough?
Indeed,
Do you need
very.
more?
No,
No,
it's fine,
this-
buddy. It's fine,
more
buddy.
than
This
enough.
is-
No.
This is far too much, and she, takes all the coin out of your hand and places it all inside her apron pocket. Is like, well, I think with this level of a tip, well, I suppose I'll have to surprise you all.
Hey.
She saunters off back to the bar. You see, and those of you observing her, you see her kind of put her head through, kind of in front of the, that opening in the wall where it's the separation between bar and kitchen.
Oh,
And you hear her mumble something, although it's from this distance is all just syllables, especially over the buzz of the bar. And 20 minutes later, she comes back out to you, and with 3 plates of food, and kind of just it's like, all right. Places a plate in front of Boltar, 1 in front of Goliath, and another in front of Aldane. He's like, "Here you go, boys. This is my favorite dish for some of my favorite customers. I do hope you enjoy."
You're so nice. Thank you. And devour.
What is it?
I'm already eating it as he's asking.
It's for the side, it's a bit of a vegetable roast. You got some cauliflower, you got Brussels sprouts, and some chopped onions in there. But it is accompanied by once you take a single bite into it, one of the juiciest pieces of chicken you've ever had the pleasure of sinking your teeth into.
Now this is
you know-
some good fucking food.
When I go out to eat, I usually don't order chicken because, if it's it's the easiest thing.
chicken.
Like I make it at home, but this is really, really good. Like if you told me it was this good, I'd be like, "Nah, that's not."
Oh
But
yes,
it's
when
good.
it's done just right, and old Crowley in the back, he does a good job.
Yeah, that guy made love to this chicken.
Hmm?
All of his juices inside.
Jesus.
And the moment's ruined.
Boltar just has like a bite of chicken in his mouth. Just hot. Yep, it was good.
And Aldane doesn't understand what he's saying. Like, yeah, he definitely had lots of love for this.
Well, y'all,
Sticky
just to if I could just wrap things up because we are coming up to the top of the hour here. Just so I know where we're leaving off, Artemis, you ran off a long, long, long time ago. Where did you go? And what are you doing?
I stopped by the market to pick up food and provisions for Prolix. Then making quite a bit of a detour around and around buildings, streets, and sideways. I go back to where Prolix and I are hiding out, and I feed him. I bring him up to date on what we discovered, and I generally want to hear what he has to say about it and what he wants to do.
Oh my words! You killed him, did you?
Gravity killed him.
I'm sure being bitten by a Ketsadane, you called it, certainly sped up the process of shedding his mortal coil.
Who can say?
Well,
Yes, it was a very unfortunate death.
either way,
That's-
you said that that you were able to speak to the archaeologists, yes?
Yes, and we actually got what I understand that they were helped restored their memory, so this should be all cleared up within a day or so. You should be able to be
Oh, then we should.
cleared of any.
I believe with this evidence gathered, I think we can make our way towards the allegiance with some solid evidence. I am forever in your debt.
Let's sleep the night, take the night, give the chance for word to pass to the allegiance, and then we'll make our way in the morning so that they can render their verdict.
Yes, a sound idea. And with that, that is where we're going to go ahead and put a pin in tonight's session. Thank you, players, so much for coming tonight. I know a fair few of us weren't feeling the best coming in. Hopefully, we're feeling a little better coming out. But that's why we do what we do. But if you're not quite feeling well enough, we got some more exciting TTRPG content coming to you all. Starting tomorrow, as it stands right now, we are still a go for the next episode of Aliens at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. With the next episode, the Darwin Era. After discovering who the cultists are, the tensions heat up. The tensions heat up, and the biggest secrets are about to be revealed. After that, on Friday, we got the next episode of Cookie Trade. Yay! Deep Space Arkansas. All right then.
Kansas.
New and old faces are Kansas. New and old faces will join together to await their new franchise class USS fan service. Excuse me. We are off on Saturday, but then Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have the next episode of Tomb of Annihilation. Hags! The Curious Puzzle Room, full of spell scrolls and dust method, was no match for his slippery fingers. Don't ask. And the Quadrone 8727, I'm not reading all that, found Shrek and Kakarol in a feast room which was previously cursed. As Kenneth went to place the skull keys in the jade door, a trio of foul hags appeared, stole a skull key, and disappeared just as quickly. Now there's a friendly Xenocat on the loose, and the party must figure out a way to get the skull key back and finally face the Soulmonger. And as it stands, that is... Oh, wow. Hi, B. Thanks for the raid. A little late. We're just on our way out ourselves, but thank you nonetheless.
Raid train. We're going to do a raid train. Raid into a raid.
Choo choo.
And of course, for any and all Architects of Fate updates, please make sure you stick to that Discord. That's where we keep the most up-to-date information. And until we see you guys again in a fortnight, now more than ever, may I say, I love you all very much. Y'all take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll catch you in the next one. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Raid train.
Choo choo.
Help us ram this train straight into the next
It
one.
stopped.
And we're out. Oh. My ability to bullshit surprises myself sometimes.
That's pretty good tonight. Nice improv.
All right, y'all. Well,
Have a good night.
let's